Welcome back to Prolight and Sound BIZLounge 2021. And before we start with our famous award ceremony regarding Opus and Sinus Awards 2020, I'd like to welcome the Senior Vice President of Messe Frankfurt Exhibition, Stefan Kurzawski, for the opening remarks. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much. Dear ladies and gentlemen, award winners and friends of the industry. Now we are going to the opening of the award ceremony for Sinus and Opus. As professionals in the field of event and entertainment, we are standing closely together at these days. Despite the fact that we cannot pursue our common passions, which means creating events, trade shows and exhibitions, means bringing people together. The industry has not remained inactive, waiting for the crisis to pass, but has worked relentlessly on finding solutions and opening the new perspectives for a healthy and viable event business in the future. This is a message that we all have to send today at the Prolight and Sound BIZLounge. I'm particularly pleased that so many of us have joined us, for I firmly believe that the exchange of ideas has never been as important as it is in these days on a global crisis. The challenges we are facing affect each of us and every one of us. There is no doubt that the passion for events and entertainment will remain. And with it, the demand for technologies that make events work and the demand for forwarding thinking professionals that bring these technologies into life. Against this background, it's a special honor for me to welcome you at a ceremony that awards exceptional projects, which demonstrate the creative power of our industry in a particularly impressive way. For more than 25 years, the Opus has been an integral part of the Prolight and Sound, throwing a spotlight on the people who are not performing on stage, but facilitating impressive productions with a technical and imaginative expertise. Through the years of this existence, the Opus has been developed into an internationally, truly international award in the field of stage and theater technology. No less renowned is the Sinus Award, which by itself has been a long-standing tradition in the industry. It honors outstanding businesses and entertainment concepts that are distinguished by their future-oriented and use of fixed media technology. Be it in conference centers, meeting rooms, sophisticated brand worlds, or leisure attractions. Both the awards share a common mission: to raise attention to exceptional visitor experience. The projects that we are honoring underline these paths. That is, with an innovative spirit of willingness to think outside the box. The industry is crisis-proof for a successful future post-corona, particularly if it maintains ability to cooperate and to face common challenges in an exemplary way, like it does today at the Prolight and Sound BIZLounge. Thank you very much for your attention. I really do hope that we will meet together in April 22. For sure we will meet, but it will be a real event with digital support, but we will hopefully meet face to face. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kurzawski, for the opening remarks. Now, due to the corona pandemic, we could not hand over or give out the Opus and Sinus award in 2020. Therefore, we've moved the award ceremony of the 2020 awards to the BIZLounge, and we are really happy to hand them over in person today, and we will start with the Sinus Award. Sinus Award. The flexible and elaborate showroom reveals the spectrum of expertise and products offered by Osram and presents the company as a high-tech supplier with a tradition of over 100 years. Covering 2 levels, this world of infotainment includes a cinema, audio and video content, a great variety of lighting units and mist effects. The jury was overwhelmed by the multifunctional approach and by the uncompromising execution from the model to the finished project, meeting the client's requirements in every single aspect. Many special challenges have been mastered perfectly, for example, the integration of the world of light in existing parts of the Osram headquarters and the planning and installation of a complex media control system in several different parts of the building. The 2020 Sinus Award goes to Osram World of Light in Munich. Congratulations! And we have the award winners here, and I have one more over here. You're missing yours.
I'm missing mine, yeah.
Yes, but I'd like to introduce you first. I'm introducing the gentleman on screen and here in person. Please welcome Martin Schniz from Techniz, Ingenieurbüro für Medientechnik. Kurt Ranger from Ranger Design, Rico Weber from Salzbrenner Media GmbH, Andreas Schindler from Schindler Licht Design, Florian Zach from 3LPI Lichtplaner and Beratende Ingenieure, Michael Boy from Livebau Solutions GmbH, and Mark Zwerner from Osram Licht AG. I think this is you, right?
This is me.
This is your award.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for being here. Congratulations once again. And I think you have a short presentation to show us a little bit about Osram and, of course, about the world of light.
Exactly. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank, first of all, the jury for this award. We are very proud about it because there's a lot of heart in this world of light from us. I also would like to thank all the partners. Some are here with me. The others are with us online because without you, this wouldn't have been possible at all. So it was a great partnership event we all built up together. And specifically, I also certainly would like to thank my team because without our fairs and events team, this all wouldn't have happened. So that's a great team approach also internally, definitely. I would like to give you some more ideas about what the world of light looks like and how it's used, and also go a little bit in some details how we used it now in the last year, because you might ask, oh, now we have such a beautiful world of light there, but what you're doing now during this global pandemic visit. Here we go. Oh, looks good. So first of all, the world of light was planned since 2016. And was then opened in October 2017. I think it was almost a year since we started our initial meetings, Kurt, and then until the day we really opened it officially. The pure building phase was about half a year, and as already mentioned, I think one of the biggest things we had to overcome was to build really an existing building, an existing office building. So we really had to work with the infrastructure an office building had to offer, also with the height and the specific setup and architectural structure. So it was even more complicated to build it into this building, but it worked very well. And since the opening, we had about 16,000 visitors within the world of light. And it's important to know this is not a public space. So we really only use it for professional events. So 16,000 is really a lot. We have about 720 events. This is all counted until last March, because since last March, certainly the world changed, unfortunately, tremendously. This means we had almost 1.5 events per day within the world of light. If it was a tour for a customer, or if it was really like a huge event. I think the most important parts is, first of all, a part which is about the history, because Osram has a very long heritage as a company. The company is more than 100 years old. And so really we would like to show this company history and also the technology history around it. And I think that's also important to know. Osram is now merging together with another company, AMS, Austrian Microsystems. So now there is one big company called AMS in Osram. And right now we're still two, but getting more and more together. And so this World of Light is not only for Osram, but also for AMS in the future. And in the future, we will show the heritage of AMS and Osram in this World of Light. Then the second part is about to show our products, to show the products in live application. This was very important. So not just putting a product on a pedestal, but really show what the products are capable of doing. And this is also a very lively area where we try to update everything once a year, maybe not every single exhibit, but in a way that if a visitor comes once a year, he once a year really sees something totally new as an experience. So that's the idea. And then last but not least, we have a huge event space in the basement where we can host maximum 200 people to have own events there, really from a small size to a bigger sized event, and from a traditional classroom seating just to a nice evening event setup. And one specific thing, maybe especially here for the entertainment industry, where the Prolight sound is all about, we have one nice thing we built into, which we call the Light Cinema. And this is where we show the products from our entertainment lighting branch, Clay Parkey, really in a live setup, which is a little bit like a small discotheque in our headquarters, where you can really see all the great fixtures in Clay Parkey working live and accompanied by music and everything. So you can really feel a little bit like being in a club. Even more now where you can't go to clubs. So that's even nicer if you can do it at least by yourself right now. I just turned it on last week, and it's, yeah. you really feel what you're missing, honestly. So maybe then I go to the next page. And here you just see some expressions, so you can see all the different applications we can offer and the different usage cases we can offer, from a traditional setup to a much more sophisticated one. And now I come to the point I mentioned already in the beginning. What are we doing with this World of Light now? Because certainly we cannot have that many external visitors, almost no external visitors at this point. And if so, like a very strong testing strategy. However, we still use the World of Light. We use it a lot for internal events. There were a lot of internal events happening over the course of the last year. A lot of town halls for things we couldn't have done as a live event. Also, we had to find a way to replace exhibitions, which I fully agree with the person speaking before me. I fully agree that we will come back to live fairs, hopefully not even next April, but much earlier, because we are missing that a lot as well. But for now, we have to do it digital, and we did a lot of digital fairs out of this setup. And for example, also our annual general meeting, two of them actually, because we had a special one due to this takeover from AMS. And this was all done then from the World of Light in a very professional way, so we could turn this into a TV studio with a green screen and really have a very professional setup for these kind of events. And this will certainly be something which will also be very important in the future, because I assume that a lot of setups in the future will be more hybrid as it was before. So I'm pretty sure that this World of Light will be even more important for us for future events, even for live events, for the digital lag of it. So it's not that this was empty for the last year, but really very well used, but used differently than before. Yeah, so last but not least, I can just only say thank you very much again. Thank you to all the partners involved who helped us building that and to keep it running, because I think that's the most important thing. You can build something like that, but you really have to keep it updated, keep it working, have new ideas, have new use cases all the time, so really that you make use of it. And I think that's also my recommendation to every company who thinks about building such a brand center. Building is one thing, but I think the most important thing is really to keep it running, to keep it always updated, and always a place where your employees, your customers, and everybody else interested would like to go to, because it's very interesting for all of them. So yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you very much again for the award. We're really very happy about it, and I'm handing back to to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mark. And once again, congratulations, gentlemen, for this incredible project. And thank you very much for being here today. And we will continue with Opus. A 35-ton moving head with removable nose. A 338 square meter collar controlled by a cable winch, 2 removable hands made of steel, wood and polystyrene, a tethered balloon filled with 1,300 cubic meters of helium, over 300 spotlights including 60 moving lights, and a 220,000 watts sound system. The bubbling artistic imagination of director and stage designer Philipp Stölzl was the decisive factor when choosing Rigoletto as this year's Opus winner. The jury was highly impressed by the integration and combination of the opera dramaturgy in the technical aspects. Technology is not just there for technology's sake, it goes hand in hand with the implementation of a fantastic artistic idea. An impressive, all-embracing, holistic musical and theatrical experience. Philipp Stölzl and his team took a calculated risk in scenic, artistic and technical terms and mastered it in an outstanding way. The 2020 Opus Award goes to Rigoletto. Congratulations. And we have, well, the team online. Here they are, gentlemen, right behind me. I'd like to welcome Wolfgang Urstadt, Technical Director of Bregenzer Festspiele, Michael Csar, Artist, Producer, Bregenzer Festspiele, and welcome Director and Stage Designer Philipp Stölzl. And Philipp and your team, I have the award here. Do you want to see it?
Yes. Yes.
All right. It is beautiful. Here it is.
Oh.
And we'll send this in, I don't know, in the mail. I don't think we have envelopes this big, but it'll make its way to you very soon. And Philipp, I think you have a little presentation and some images of Rigoletto, and I can't wait to see them because this production is so incredible. Philipp, take it from there.
Thank you. So we prepped a little thing. Michael, maybe you wanna join in here and see what we've got for you.
Can we start the presentation? Yes. Thank you very much. I will just start briefly, and on behalf of the artistic director, Elisabeth Sobotka, and the entire team, I would like to thank the jury and all of the partners and all of the team that has made this happen. Rigoletto really was an extraordinary experience for us here in Bregenz. Let me explain why. So Bregenz, many of you will know it, is of course known for its massive and spectacular images. It's the largest lake stage in the world. And for every director and creative team, it's an enormous challenge to create an image that is supposed to last not just for the 5 weeks of the summer festival, but for the entire sort of 2 years that it's out there with many people passing by. So it's always a big pressure, honor, and fun and challenge to create an image that a massive, iconic image like that remains on the lake for 2 years. So then after this history for the past 20, 30 years of these iconic images, sculptures on the lake, came Rigoletto, which really was quite different for us and a game changer in many years, because from the get-go for the creative team, the goal was not to create a sculpture and not to create an image, but really something that becomes alive and something that becomes an active player in the performance. That has feelings, that moves, that really takes part, which was the very basic idea of Rigoletto. So introducing the team with, of course, the driving creative force behind it, Philipp Stölzl. I would like to thank the creative team, Philipp Stölzl as the stage director and set designer, Enrique Mazzolov as the music director, Heike Vollmer as the set designer, Kathi Maurer as costume designer, and Georg Veit as lighting designer. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, really. There is so many people who have taken part in this production. Rigoletto really is a massive group effort, as any production in Bregenz. All of the creative team, all of the performers, all of the technical staff, and also all of the external partners that have helped us to make this make this puppet come to life. It's been a very long process, and Philipp can offer some insights into the past 4 or 5 years of development of the production.
Well, yeah, I mean, it has been a really long way, as Michael just said, 5 years of work and a lot of passion went into the production, not only from me, but also from, like everybody who was part of the team. I myself, I had dreamed of working in Bregenz since I was a really young set designer. Let's say since 25 years I've dreamt of working there, and when finally the offer came, I was like, wow, now this can be a highlight in my creative life. And then when I started working on the opera Rigoletto, I found, okay, there's been so much extraordinary and spectacular designs in the past 20 years. It was really hard to come up with something new, because obviously you don't want to repeat stuff that people have done before you. You want to sort of, push the limits a little bit. And then Rigoletto is a very, I guess it's a Verdi hit, a masterpiece, and it's super dynamic. It's a very, very alive, very pushy, very fast, very rhythmic firework of opera hits. And it felt like you gotta do something, dynamic and moving to translate this wonderful music into stage action. And then I'd spent some time in Las Vegas in the last years, and always went to the Cirque shows there, where they combine acrobatics and large scale mechanical stage work that is not so used in the repertoire theater in Europe. So here in Bregenz was the chance to try something where you combine opera, the art of opera, beautiful emotions and singing, with a sort of with elements of a rock show, elements of acrobatics, elements of Cirque du Soleil, plus the nature. Here was the chance to bring all sorts of elements that an open air show can give you together in one show, and combine these elements seamless. And I think this is what makes the show so strong, that you don't really, when you see the show, you don't know really who's a singer, who's an acrobat, who's a double. Is this the artificial light, or is it the sunset? So it's really a wonderful seamless combination of all that makes people it excites people, it excites the audience so much. So and then I have to say that for me, working with this sort of group of people and in Bregenz was such a dream, because I felt like like all this set is built locally. So you have a local pool of companies and craftsmen. They're up for doing something of world standard. Every 2 years they want to do something that reaches out to the world and is like on the highest level. And in that sense, I think Bregenz and the Bregenz shows are like nothing else on the world. It's really you can't compare it with anything else in this mixture on very artificial and artistic and creative approach to set design. So it's not like a very commercial big show. It's really, really art. Plus it has the scale, and plus it has the most beautiful outdoor sound system you can ever hear in the field of opera. So it's really something a unique experience for me, and I'm very grateful to have been working there. I have to say.
Incredible. And once again, thank you very much for being here today, and congratulations, Philipp, to you and your team. Of course, Michael, Wolfgang, thank you for being here, and we get this on the way to you, all right?
To the lake.
Not into the lake, no.
And as you know, we hope to be playing this year. It's an open air show, so there's a lot of hope that despite the pandemic rules, we can still have the show this year. So everyone who hears that, you know, it's come and see it. It's a unique experience. We promise.
My list. Maybe we can connect it, and I bring you the award and actually get to see the show then.
Very good. We bring you up in the balloon.
Sounds
All
great.
right.
So thanks once again. Congratulations. Well deserved. And all the best to you, gentlemen. Stay healthy and maybe see you soon. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Now today we have proved that the event industry can work together in the toughest of times. And we strongly believe in a future together, a live future. And we have one more speaker today, our final speaker of today's BIZLounge, project director of Neustadt Kultur of the DTHG, the German Theatre Technical Society, Zanela Kolb, for some future prospects and on the topic on how to get support when working in the event industry sector. Welcome, Zanela.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Now, my name is Zanela, and I need to introduce you something founding here in Germany. And maybe you have an idea for other countries how can work something regarding the culture industry. Well, last year we became a partner of BKM. BKM is a ministry or a federal ministry of culture and media. And the project Neustadt Kultur, Restart Kultur, we proceeded this an application for pandemic compatible infrastructure in private theaters and varieties. Till today, we already finished more than 650 theaters and varieties receive positive grant. And the people are really happy now when we can restart or start the official theaters and varieties. They are already finished in a pandemic for everything what they need. This founding will be start maybe June, July this year, relaunched, and I hope so that we can support it, the rest of the private theaters here in Germany. Additionally, we also commissioned to assess ventilation system in the theaters and public areas. And the Ministry of Art and Science of North Rhine-Westphalia asked us to support this project, and now we start testing 26 theaters here in Germany, and the result was in North Rhine-Westphalia was that more than 80% of theaters conform to conditions for pandemic compatible ventilation. The documentation for these theaters is easy. We created a certificate and they can hang up in a places in a theater. For you as visitor for this theater, you can see, okay, this theater have a safe ventilation and I can go in and look my show. Every theater or public building has a possibility to take this test. Please contact us regarding this ventilation test anytime. Not really here in Germany, around here in Europe, you can contact me regarding information. That is no problem. The next funding program, which we will support and start from 5th of May, is a live culture program. This funding program will help and keep and improve the infrastructure of the culture of Germany. And everybody has the possibility to get touch in contact with us from 20th April, and from 5th May you can make your founding application at over DTHG. And the last thing what I need to tell is, it is here in Germany absolutely amazing news. Federal founding corona compatible modifications, these German words are really, really long. Upgrade now a ventilation and air conditioner system in a public buildings and places of assembly. For example, schools, kindergartens, etc. And now we have here the possibility to recharge the ventilation, to make the ventilation safe with other technical part what we have here now in Germany. For example, UVC, or what is a word in German is this ionization. Ionization is also in English. And what's the ministry do now? The maximum possible funding amount was changed from 100,000 euro to 200,000 euro, and per existing air conditioner. And that is a sense absolutely brand new what we receive this week, and everybody has the possibility to take a fund regarding bafa.de. And any information, if you need, please contact us. I will give us support where I can here for Germany. I don't know how works this in Switzerland or Austria, but here it is really easy to get a fund to restart our culture industry. Thank you that I'm being here to introduce to this.
Thank you very much, Sanila, and thank you very much for giving us the information on how to fund in the German event industry. Now, this is it. Prolight and Sound BIZLounge Edition 1 has come to an end. A big thank you once again to our partners and sponsors, namely Adam Hall Group, Bittner, Vector Works, ETC, Meyer Sound and Mr. Art. Once again, thank you very much for supporting BIZLounge. Now, we hope you had a great day with us. We hope you enjoyed BIZLounge edition number 1, and we hope that you gained some interesting insights. You had a great day with us, you liked our panel discussions, and we hope to see you soon. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, stay motivated, keep your heads up, and see you soon. Bye-bye.